Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? I kind of got caught. I was putting up the out here. You can see the landing strip is done, and anybody that got to watch the naked show yesterday, uh, it was from inside there. And like I said, I'm really surprised if the I don't think you can see it, but it's really weird, man. All I did was move the router out from under the TV and put the antennas up and got 100 up, 100 out down. But inside here I'm 1,000 up and 1,000 down. Hey, Ron. Hey, Tommy. After dark. I got clothes on today. How you doing, Logan? Happy vacation. Nikki, probably asleep, but thanks, Nikki, for stopping by. I appreciate it always. Um, yeah, so let me see if I can. In the middle of doing, I didn't get out there this morning. We got about half. If you can see behind me, you can see a lot of the stuff is gone from that was sitting, all that stuff there. There was stuff on the couch. There was stuff on the floor. I still got over here and up here. Oh, you can see the router. So all I did, this was pushed under, let me see, underneath the 65-inch TV with the antennas down. And all I did was pull it out, stuck the antennas up. Do I have a strong signal out there? No. Do I have an acceptable one? Obviously, I did that hour naked live stream, and the audio's off. You can't hear? Logan, can you hear? Tommy? Anybody else in here? Your audio is on. Somebody, Logan, is this thing working? And I was really surprised on actually the camera quality was 720 or whatever it was on that little all-in-one Acer. And the microphone, I went back and listened to it. Not horrible. I do have the one that I carried with me. AV is good. Okay. So Ron's just screwing up. Okay, cool. So I do have that, so I'll bring that out there. I've got a couple of boxes and stuff going from in here. We're going to be back on the room today as soon as I get done with the live stream. Me and Sim. I should have took some pictures inside there. I'll probably get a video out. Maybe I'll try to get it out before we leave tomorrow afternoon about 11. And like I said, I've got to drive 5 dogs. 3 of the labs are going to Ubon. My mother-in-law and me and Nitnoy, and she has a seminar in Ubon, so we're staying at the Centra. And we're going to drive from here straight up to the Ubon house, drop off my mother-in-law, Pancho and Heidi, and the three dogs that are going to be the house dogs there, and then come back down, spend the night in the Centra tomorrow night, Friday night, Saturday, go back to Ubon and just kind of kick it around there for the day. Probably mess with the fish. Maybe do a little video. I don't know. Nothing. You guys, most of the people that's on here have seen the Ubon house. The time you're saying the sound. Yeah, Ron must just have something off. But yeah, so I got the breakdown here for the people that are interested. I'll probably do, and like I said yesterday, somebody's really into, well, how much exactly did you spend on this and that? I've got it here in this book. So come on the live stream, ask me. I got the book right here. It takes 2 seconds to open it up and find out, do a breakdown like that, because I guess we could start it so I don't have to sit. I don't want to sit on it. I've got all sorts of crap on my desk. That the only thing that out of everything there, and I said it yesterday, that desk is a piece of crap, and so that's got to go. And then they have one. It's about probably gonna have to spend 3,500, 4,000 baht for a decent something like this with a couple of drawers and on one side. The other one, that one didn't have nothing, and the stripped down model was like $2,000 that I saw at Taiwazadu online, just to kind of get an idea of how much they are. So the bottom line, here's the bottom line for the people that just want the bottom line. Everything is done now. The painting. So the building, I said, I think yesterday, was 144,000. That I had to add 5,000 for labor for the painting, and the stuff that he did in there. So the bottom line is basically 149,000 for the building itself, the foundation, everything in there, the electrical, all that stuff. And then the the landing strip concrete ended up turning 58,600, and that was for a crap load of concrete. So so that gets that. Now the solar for the 6.2 kW, labor to install the tracking on the roof, to install the panels, to run all the wires, to make that swing out awesome freaking deal the solar man did, and do all that wiring, for the solar, and bringing underground from the front of my house, not from a different meter, but from the front of my house, all the way out to the garage. Then from the garage all the way to the knockdown building and the pond, tie in the pond and this building, and that was 95,750. So unbelievable. For the way I look at it, I mean, it's almost free as far as I'm concerned. So 149,000 for the building, and let's put that. Let's see what the I could put that next to this in case somebody wants to know. But let me. So I was doing all sorts of crap here. What was I doing? Okay, let's see what the bot's doing. Gold went down a little bit, and it went down a couple. It was 32.8 yesterday. It's 32.6 today. So I'll use 32.5, which is the upper end of the stuff. Okay, so on the building, 149 divided by, what did I say, 32.5. 4,585, we'll call it. 4,585 US. The solar, 95,750 divided by 32.5. 2,946. 2,946 US. And the driveway, 58,600 divided by 32.5, $1,803, 1,803 US. So for the whole project, figuring everything, we have that 1,803 plus. Here, let me do it this way. Okay, 1,803 plus 2,946 plus, what was this? What did I do? I already messed up. Hold on. Okay, 1,803 plus 2,946 plus 4,585. 4,585 equals $9,334, under 10 grand. And I guarantee you, in the States at least, you wouldn't have been able to pull the permits for a garage. Would probably have cost you 10 grand. Hey Maui, how you doing? So like I said, we were talking about a little bit yesterday. Some people, it's a big thing here with everybody. You're building your wife this, and she's going to take everything. That's one scenario. The rest of it is, like I said, if you're coming here as a single guy, coming here to just check it out, maybe meet a woman, and maybe, like I said, you lost a significant other, just want to see what it's all about. You're 65, now, and was married for 35 years. So I would just rent, Like I said, if you did find somebody, and let's say that you wanted to build, instead of the garage, let's say you built a 400 square foot, one bedroom, kitchen, one bathroom, little living room, air conditioning, nice little setup. I would say you could figure pretty close to the same. You might have to add maybe 20, 30,000 baht for, what you had in the kitchen, and maybe 20, 30,000 for to do the bathroom and stuff and the walls, so maybe you got 200, in that. You'd still be like, 12, 15 grand. So if you have the money, and you, let's say you meet a woman here, and you say, yeah, I don't want to run out and get married, but I'm enjoying her company, and maybe we'll set a renting. I can just, I got a little extra money. I've got 12, 15,000 instead of paying rent of, even on the cheap side, in Nissan, 6,000, 7,000 baht a month. I can lay out, 12, 15,000, and I have no rent on her family land. Now, is she going to get that if she wanted to leave? Yeah. Is it that big of a deal? Not to me, but you have to go with your own gut. So anyway, that's pretty much the gist of the deal. Like I said, if somebody wants to know, I think I have the amount of Q on the concrete. And like I said, when they went, if they bought a paintbrush at the at Taiwazadu, I put it in this book. So I'm pretty confident that it's within, a couple thousand baht of actually doing it. But that would be the only way that I would probably build if I wasn't married. That's probably what I would do. And this is driving me crazy. It's coming through the screen there, and I'm too lazy to get up and move it. Anyway, uh, so uh, I would say that would be the only way. Like if I had, I would suggest if somebody's coming here to have a couple hundred, 300, 400,000, in the bank, U.S. And then have your retirement and whatever, just for whatever you want to do. Maybe you want to buy a Harley. Maybe you want to do something like that, and you can own that here in Thailand. The house, that's a whole different story. I like my cat. I'm not into cats, but my wife, she likes them. So, um, that would be the way that I would say, because relative, like I said, if you're bringing in 3,500, 4,000 a month, plus you've got a decent little nest egg just in case of everything turns to shit type money. What is 10, 12, 15 grand? I mean, you're going to have to lay out and pay for, between, like I said, if you're in Pattaya or whatever, you're going to spend 10,000, So if you've got, I would rather have a little place like this garage, if I built that as a one bedroom, something like that, than, in a condo, unless that's what I wanted. I wanted to be on the 80th floor with a 180-degree view of the ocean, which I would. But, if you meet somebody and you like it, the life isn't horrible, I mean, especially if you're going to do traveling. If you're going to do traveling, wherever your base is, which would probably be her family land, if you build something like that. Uh, what are you going to be like with Chuck and Paige? What are they? They're home 30% of the time, something like. I think he said it this morning. 20% of the time, they're actually there. So if you're out and you're planning on doing travel, and this woman's going to travel with you, why not? Up to you. Like I said, it makes sense to rent to me. If especially if it was me and I hadn't met a woman, I would definitely probably rent a condo, John Tiem, something like that, or someplace on the water, and have a good view of the ocean. Maybe Hua Hin. I like it over there where Maui is, uh, and even in Pachua, but they don't have the, if that's what I want, I would like to be up high and have that view. Probably a 2 bedroom. So now you're talking about something in there. You're talking 25, 35,000 baht a month. But if your budget's, if you're bringing in 4 grand, a month, that's nothing, to for you're paying for rent, because I don't even know what is that. Sounds a lot when you're saying 25,000 divided by 32 points. It's $770 a month. So, you know, then like I said, if you do meet somebody, then you can decide what you want to do. Maybe you want to keep both. Maybe you want to take the 15 grand, build that, keep the condo, and travel back and forth and around Thailand and around Southeast Asia. Uh, you have enough money. Like I said, that even to travel and to have a decent, now maybe not like that, but a 12, 15,000 baht, place, which you could find close to the water. Maybe not a 180-degree view, but you find something like that. That between around 25 to 3,000, between 2 and 3,000, I think is a good number. I still haven't done and I probably won't do a video on cost of living. Everybody does them, but it's like I said, you got to make sure that you have your visa stuff taken care of. You got to make sure you have your health insurance taken care of. Then you could, you can figure out the rents. The rents here you can pay as little as 200, and as much as you want. So it's all relative to what you want to do and what you want to spend your money. Is if I have 4,000, man, that's a lot of money for me. I can do whatever the hell I want. Now, poor Billy Bob over here that never was with a woman when he was younger and was with the same woman for 40 years and she passed away, and wants to chase 25-year-olds up and down the walking streets. 4,000 might not last you a week, depending on what you're going to do. So it all depends. If you're a drinker and if you want to party and listen to boom, boom, boom until the wee hours of the morning, double what you think you're going to need or triple it. But I never went down that street. My youth and when I was younger, more than enough women in my life, party, till the cows come home, and motorcycles and topless bars, and well, the lights are flashing on and off. It must be time to go home 2:30 in the morning every night. I already been there, done that, did all that shit. Had no inclination. I knew that there was some kind of stuff going on in Thailand, but I never knew all the gist of bar girls and bar finds and this and that. I didn't know the ins and out of that. Still don't probably know it that well. Haven't really saw it with my eyes, except when I was when I first got here. I met up with 20 Seconds in Thailand. Rob, for 2 nights I was out and had 2 beers, and I was in that little bar that wasn't really a. I still want to hit a walking street. Probably go with James or something. A couple of times that I was in Pattaya that he had offered and I didn't go out. Hey Dowlow, how you doing? Hope all is well. Um, so the garage is, let me bring that up, is there. And you can see, I'll come over here. This is for like Dowlow and people that might not. This is the garage I built. That's the runway strip coming into it. It runs all the way out to the front of the new property that we bought. This is my house right on the right-hand side. That's the top of my man cave that I'm in right now, overlooking the pond. And I'm pretty much done. I'm redone in the inside. I'm building all the racking, and yesterday we put together a bunch of stuff. So I'll have a pretty good a video will come out pretty soon. The last one, the breakdown I just went over, what it cost me to build that, what it cost for the 6.2 kW, which I really like, man. The thing is kicking ass. 6.2 kW with 200 amps of 48-volt batteries on it, and it's running really good. And then the runway strip, and then the deal. And in case somebody didn't, the bottom line numbers on that was 149,000 for the garage itself and the foundation and all the stuff, paint, electric, everything in it. Was 149,000, which is about 4,500 US, and then the solar was 95,750, which is 2,946, and then the runway strip was 1,800, 58,000 baht. So then the whole deal was $9,334 US, which, like I was saying, and I don't know how it is. And hey, Ralph, I don't know how it is in Australia or the UK, but I can guarantee you would not be able to get permits in the US for 10,000 US dollars just to get permits to start building. Forget about what it would cost you to build. I would say something like that now. This, it's block, the construction. It'll be there well after I'm dead, and probably my great great grandkids will still be playing in there. But the uh, it isn't of the quality any place or Australia or the Western world. But still, I mean, I bet something like that with permits and everything's going to cost you $100,000, right? Maybe more. I don't know. I think it was. I can't remember who it was. It might have been. Can't remember who it was that said that they just built something. I think Aaron's building something too. But anyway, like I said, if you do run into somebody and you end up, you don't have to get married or whatever, but yeah, maybe I'd like to build a little something here, keep my condo or whatever, and you could do it for 15 grand US. Build a little 1 bedroom on her family land, and will she get it? Yeah, who cares? I mean, it doesn't care to me. It can't care to you if you want to do it. So, let's see. Oh, good day. The wife says booked to go on the 9th, probably go on the 17th. Where you're booked to come here? Uh, please know what, Barney? The purple dinosaur today. No. Okay, no. Um, yeah, we're leaving tomorrow. I'm going to, like I said, we're going to Ubon. Wife's got a seminar. We're staying at the Centra, taking some dogs and stuff up to the house in Ubon, dropping off my mother-in-law and the dogs, and then we're coming down to the Centra. It's about an hour past the Centra to where the house is. Then we'll stay tomorrow night there. She'll go to her seminar, do all her stuff. I'll probably do nothing. Nice and relaxing in there. Order room service and try not to move. And and then we'll stay Friday night. Saturday morning we'll get up, eat breakfast, and go to the Ubon house. I'll probably do a little bit of filming to see what the koi look like I did last time, a little short maybe or something, and then come back Sunday. So Thailand, cool. How long you coming for good or coming to visit? My phone ding? Who dinged me? Messenger. Has reduced the price to 46. I really like this bike. That my wife would have a coronary. I found a 400. I was talking to Aaron. I'd like to get a little bobber, but I didn't. I was kind of shying away from the 4 and 600s because I didn't know what size they were. But like I said, I took this. I think I still got it here, and I went over it a couple of. This is the drawing of the house. Where's the? Yeah. So here's a 400 and a 750. 33 horsepower versus 45 horsepower. Front tire 17, 17. Rear tire 15, 15. Dry weight, not 496 pounds versus 504. Height, 26.6 on the 4, 27.6 on the 750. So the seat height is an inch higher on the 750. The overall was 42.7, the 750 43.7. The length 96.5 versus 96.7. Width 36.4, 38.6, and the wheelbase, which I thought was weird, the 400 is 63.8 and the 750 63.6. So fuel 3.7 that gallons, I don't know, liter, whatever. But there's the guy that just did it. I really like this little. I'll show you. Maybe you guys. Let's see. Hey Craig, how you doing? Let's see if he sent me. I really like it. Let's see. Where's this? No. Yeah, come on. Yeah, get bigger. Get bigger. Ah, there we go. Let me go back. I don't know if you guys can see it. You can kind of see it. But just a little bobber type style. I'd probably change some stuff, but it was 48 and he dropped it to 46,000. And I mean it's halfway clean. It's interesting. But I was just surprised because I was talking to, like I said, when I was talking to Aaron, it was mainly, how small are you going to look? You can't really even go by any kind of, video that they've taken of themselves, a Thai man, on there, because that Thai man could be anywhere between 5 foot and 6 foot, so he's going to look, the bike's going to look real big if he's only 5 foot tall. So, but I know what my 750's got. In fact, it's going back to a little bit of a pop. I want him to take the rejet it, and I want to try that, and then I'll take it from there. He wants to try it one more time, and I really like the guy. The guy's he's a good guy. So I'll give him, like, he changed the pipes on it. I had the new chrome clutch lever, and this one with the brake and the everything on it. And so you have to break then rebleed it and put all that on. He charged me 1,000 baht to do all that, and he had to make some brackets for the pipes. More than fair. So anyway, but I kind of like this one. She'd probably have a freaking heart attack. Oh, maybe I'll have to have maybe I'll have Craig buy it for me. I'll give him the money, and then I'll come get it. Oh, look what Craig gave me! What a good man he is. Not even my wife would go for that. Morning, brother. Hello in the chat. What in Wild Thai Farm? Cool. But I'd like to have a little bobber to run around on. And like I said, it's got some potential. I mean, would I change some of the stuff? Yeah, I would. But let's see. But they are, you can get them between. That's about the low end, 45 to like 85, and everywhere in between for the little bobbers. But I mean, it's got 400. I mean, I know what my Forza does, and the 350. Of course, that's a newer motor and all. This is an older one. This is like the same year as my 750. But I don't know. It's got 400. I don't know. If my wife only knew the stories I've made up. Yeah, no shit. But yeah, so I don't know. I just lowered the price, so it wait a minute. She'd kill me. I have to figure out a way to get around that because I really like it. And if the price is right, the stuff that I'm looking at, that I've seen just with the pictures and stuff, it should be up in the 60 range. So it's fairly cheap. And now I've got a place. You can't say we don't have no room to put it, because now buying that new land, I got plenty. It's not lying, it's storytelling. I agree with that, Craig. I like that. I like that. I like your style. But yeah, so there's 13 people around. A couple of people came in. I'll show pretty much it's done. If we'll put it here, that's even better. I should be done today with all the stuff. I put the air compressor in. I'm going to bring the welder out there today. Spray washers out there. Those two workbenches that I've showed you guys before, those orange ones, they're they're perfect. They were cheap enough, and they didn't break the bank, and I put lights above the deal, so it lights up the work surface. They're perfect. The only thing that I bought that's turned into a real piece of crap is the desk. The desk is a real piece of crap. Let me see. I think I can show you. Oh, I have to go over here. I'll show you the other end of that. That would be here. That's at the road. This camera doesn't pan and tilt. Um, it's gonna go out more to the left because that's the way I'm gonna be pulling straight down this road and then back in the trailer down there. So I'm gonna elongate this piece of concrete on the side closest to us. Let's see. And then this is the one that has my koi pond in it. So this is in between what you saw and to the left out towards the street. So it's pretty long. We'll go over and take a look and see that's the man cave that I'm in right now. And there's my koi pond. Where are the fish? Oh, they're there. Well, somebody must have fed them over in the corner or something. But yeah, more than happy with my man cave. I was trying to think the other day. I asked my wife. I couldn't remember the exact price that we paid for that, but I have to check that out. It wasn't that much, and the reason I think is because Les is trying to do something. He wants to put something in, but he's cramped on his budget. So every time I see something, I try to look and see. Because I think he bought a welder, same kind I think I got, and he's going to start trying to build something from the ground up. When I get back, Tommy, from Monday or Sunday, maybe, depending on probably Monday. Monday, I'll move it back in and pull it under there. I'll have him make me. You see that box on the? They still have to run the water over there, but let me do this. This box here. You open up that cover, and underneath there's the big twist lock, has the same that or a big plug, waterproof plug that goes from there to the trailer. So the trailer, because it's underneath there, otherwise I wouldn't need it, but it'll be getting charged and stay topped off for free from the garage also. So it will. I'll pull it underneath there Monday, and maybe by Thursday, I think I'm going to try to go to the one that's real close to my house, 10 minutes in Surin, the reservoir. I might take the kayak, and then I might leave it there for a week or two and just kind of travel back and forth to the house. Maybe I want to spend a couple of nights at the house. Maybe I want to run back and, if it's raining or whatever, I'll come back to the house, whatever. And I'll do some video, maybe fly the drone and hopefully get the kayak back in and actually catch a fish would be nice. So I'm hoping when I get back on Monday, within a week or so, within a day, having the trailer in there and clean it up, get it ready to go. I'm going to try to tow it. Now on the concrete, I can probably get a better, more, what word am I looking for? More reliable weight, tongue weight, because the scale won't be on dirt and shit, so it'll be on concrete. But I'd like to pull it without the 125 on it. So I might pull the trailer over there without the 125 and see if I have any, and if it's good and stable. Plus, I'll try to get a tongue weight on it. And if that's the case, then I'll know I need to add more tongue weight regardless. So we'll see. Yeah, it came in there. For some reason, man, he put let me get you bigger. First time that it rained, that whole side was flooded. Right, the side where I'm going to put everything. And so what I was going to have him do is just put a grate in there, and I might still have him do that. But they're going to. What he did is he just put a piece of steel across there and then concreted over the steel and then painted it and sealed it. So, the water would have to get that. It's not going to get that high. It'll roll off the one side. But I'm just thinking to myself, the guy is really a good guy, man. He just can't stop drinking. And he makes stupid decisions. And how can you not make sure that fall is falling away from the garage? The big door over on the other side is fine, but I'm going to put gutter there because I want to on that side over there. I want to put in my own backup water system on one side or the other, but I think I'm going to put it on that side. Take it off of there and take it off of the back of the garage and maybe get myself a 2,000 liter water tank and a little. You can buy those little pumps for 1,500. You bought a couple of them, I think, right? The little water pumps, because it's only going to be just for that. If my father-in-law leaves the water on, he'll run my well, and everything dry. Well, he won't run my well dry, but he'll run the water out of it. And, uh, then I don't have any water if I've got to change water for the fish out there in that quarantine tank or something like that. So I figured might as well save the rainwater anyway. And I'm not going to drink it. I'm not going to do anything with it. Wash my hands. I'm going to put a sink where I don't know exactly where until I get everything set where I want it in there, and then water for the fish to change water and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why in the world. I mean, I never even thought. The guy must have been loaded. If I don't watch him every second, he'll buy little bottles of drink and he'll drink during the day. Now, he's got three other guys that don't drink, working, but he'll make stupid decisions. So I said, so I'm still probably going to make him put like down the sides of my house. I've got grates that are about yay long and yay wide, and they're just regular grate you can walk on, and then underneath it is a concrete and a piece of 6 inch, 4 inch or 6 inch PVC that runs all the way out on for drainage off of this property. So I might put one there. So the 6 inch piece only needs to be 2 feet long from the door to the edge of the building to get it all out of there. But yeah, there's probably a lot more. It probably wouldn't have been as bad as it was if it wasn't for that stuff running off there. We got some pretty good downpours uh, of rain. So we'll see, but that should do it. It's like 2 inches. I'm already used to stepping in and out of there. So, and I don't know. Here in Thailand, every time I walk into a room or to a bathroom, I'm expecting to either be mostly stepping down if I'm going into a bathroom. So it wasn't hard to remember that that's there. The computer I was really happy with. Like I said, that was underneath the 65 inch with the antennas down. Got nothing out there at the garage. Pulled that out, just put the 4 antenna up, and I'm going to get a booster or something. My wife's going to talk to them at NT. And I did that live stream from the garage yesterday, the one where I was naked. No one will ever know whether I was naked or not. But so I was happy that I had internet. They would watch a movie. Maybe I'll do a live stream for 10 minutes. I got the ability to do it. And I was really surprised with the camera as good as this one. I thought it was 720. I looked back at it and I listened to the crap that was going through my external speaker, which I love the sound that comes out of it. The microphone in it is a piece of crap, but I like it. I forget what it is, an S8 or something. Anyway, I've got one on here and I got one on there, and switched it over to the one that's inside that Acer. And I thought that it was acceptable, although I do have a set of headphones and I've got the microphone, the one that's on that tripod. I have it somewhere. Um, I've got two of them. So this one I'll keep out there. The other one I'll still keep in my travel bag. Yeah, it's still come across good. Yeah, it was good enough. Like I said, the camera I thought was acceptable. I can't do any better than 720 on StreamYard anyway. So that's all this one is. Now I could buy another one of these if it's better, or I say this was almost nothing, almost free. I'm really surprised with its quality. But the sound, I like my Comica, but this one I bought two of them. They're USBs, so all I do is plug it in. What is this? Let me try again. Yeah, skip. Uh-oh. I'm downloading. Um, huh, I'm skipping. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm downloading. I had my 7, and I forgot um, all the stuff that we went when we went on the family vacation. I got to go back and look at the video. Did I? If anybody that watches my videos, I'm skipping all this stuff. Uh, anyway, um, in the dolphin uh, park, I had the 7, so I don't remember if I put it in the video or not, but it was a bunch of stuff with Poncho and the kids, and had that little stroller that we were pushing the dogs around in and stuff. So I don't know. So I was downloading that on. I'll check it afterwards, and it was asking me to skip something. So anyway, I do have that card to go back in here because it said it was full, and I wanted to download it in case I didn't. Because I didn't make a video. Does anybody remember? Did I make a video of one of the family videos at the dolphin place? I'll have to go back and look. Yeah, because it would now. It wouldn't have been if I would have done it from the beginning. But like I said, I think I want to take that water off and put a gutter and save that water anyway. So maybe I'll put 1,000-liter tank there and run it around the garage the other side, and then off the back of the building, I'll put it over on the same side where the fish is, and then uh, put the I have electrical on that side. Put the pump and stuff there because it's easy. And then I'll bring water in, put a float on that one, and at least the one back there, so that when it drops, it'll just take water from my house and to keep it full. And if it's full, it won't do anything. And then I'll just use um, that little pump just for the garage. Because I mean, like I said, I've got no problem whatsoever taking that system that I put in for the 95,000, bought, and building a off-grid 1-bedroom house out in the middle of freaking nowhere here in Thailand. Like I said, it's overcast right now. I guarantee I go out there and that thing's just cranking. Batteries are fully charged. I got no problem living off the grid with that little system that 100,000 bought. So, like I said, I'm impressed. It's the same one. Kenny's thinking about doing something, so I'll probably meet up with him. He was going to come the end of this month, but he said he's got to be back home for something. I'm going to be gone anyway. I'll be in Ubon, but he'll come out another day and take a look at it. But that's the one that I'm going to put in Ubon. That's the next one. I'm going to wait for some money to come in, but um, the the difference. This one's easier. The one that Kenny's he's already got existing. Now, what I did, my wife did talk to the solar man. He put in 2 or 3 different solar systems now, and he says, "I know what's the matter with your house." So he did something, and I told him, I don't care. Figure it out. Get the manufacturer out here, but something's wrong. Okay, it's not it's not working correctly. Are we saving money? Yes. Are we saving what we should? No, not by got my nose itching. Not by a long shot. So he told my wife the other day, he's working at the NT building. My wife's moving. There's 13 of them moving their offices up to one common area over there, and he's doing all the electrical and stuff. So when he's done with that, he's going to come over, hook up the battery again. That I had a new BMS put in it, and then explained to me. My wife said Dave's going to want to know, so you're going to need to explain it to him. I'll be here and translate and blah blah blah. But just do it because, like I said, once we build the 2-bedroom over here, and mom and dad are in there, and the pond and the man cave, the garage, and the 2-bedroom house will be all on that system, spending zero. Over here with this system working correctly at 13 kW, and just me, Nitnoy, and Sim will probably be here. She's graduated now. It should be down to like what I thought originally, 1,000, 2,000 baht a month from the 14,000. So we'll see. We'll see what he's got. Hey, Justin, how you doing? Hope you're well. But we'll have to see. So I'm probably only going to go for an hour. I know I say that every time, but it's been 46. There's only 11 of us here now, so we'll go for another 15 minutes or so. I'll put this up, and like I said, the runway's in, um, and I'm happy with the garage. Hopefully, I'll get it. It's all on the phone. My wife, I'm setting up another. I'm setting up this one, my old GoPro. Let me see. My old GoPro with a mic on it for they're using it. They're doing live streams. So right now she has my 12 and the microphones and all. So I'm going to do it. I kind of did a crappy job of the last one, but this one I think because that Filmora they also make software that goes on the phone. So I've got both on my computer. My editing software is the same as on my phone. I just didn't. I was in a hurry and I was trying to get it to work, and some stuff wasn't working the way that I was hoping. Getting a little frustrated, but we'll see. Morning, Dave. Hey, what's up? How you doing, David? Um, let's see. I went over I said the breakdown. I'll say it one more time. It's raining here. Got to go global and get some cement, board, and steel. All right, Craig. Thanks for stopping by. I'll give it again real quick. The final breakdown for the building turned out to 149,000 baht, 4,585 US dollars. The solar turned out 95,750 baht, which is 2946, almost 3,000 for the 6.2 kW system. And then the driveway, it turned out to be about 8,000 more than I thought it was going to be at 58,600, which is $1,800. So for all of that, for the house, the driveway, the solar system, the underground going out there, all the electrical, everything that was done, 9,335 US dollars, which to me is almost free. What does that work out to? It's about 200. It's about 300,000 baht. So, like I said, I was happy because my budget was 165 on just the house, and that came in at the 150 at 149. So I'm perfectly content with that. Like I said, that solar system, I'm I'm happier than shit with. Hey Mitch, how you doing? Good morning and good day. Stop by to say hello and say goodbye for now. Heading to visit a friend at the hospital. All right, take it easy. But yeah, so pretty much done. Like I said, inside I've got the video on the phone. I'll finish it up today. I want to bring the right out there now. I've got the pressure washer, the compressor, the two workstations, three stainless steel shelving, one black crappy one that I bought, and a couple more that we're going to build shelving, and my desk, which is a piece of crap. I'm getting another one. It's like a springboard. I showed it on the naked live stream from yesterday. But everything else, by the end of the day, I should have. You can see all the stuff is gone off my racing. In fact, you can see it's on. I was going to actually race maybe, but I'm probably not going to. I still got all of this stuff. This is trash. This stuff up here, 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 and a lot of this stuff up here. I'm going to move out there, and so it should take all the clutter out of here, and then inside I'll have black boxes that all the stuff for the plastic crates, all the stuff for the kayak, all the stuff for motorcycle stuff, all the stuff for fishing, all the stuff, and I'll break it down that way, have it on racks. And then he's going to pick up the shadow again, try to get rid of that I'll call it a backfire, but it's not really. But anyway, to see if he could get rid of it, he wants to try. I said okay, and let him work on it while we're gone. Get it back when I get back, see what it's like, and then I'll roll it in there, and that'll probably be my first little project. Is seeing what the hell. I don't like the way the carburetors look, but I guess I could figure them out. But I asked him if he did some jetting, and he said no. So that's what he wants to try now. And I said, okay, let's just lean it up on the, because when you get it, I don't know, when you get on deceleration, it's the low end, it's your idle, it's your fuel jets and stuff at low, on with no throttle. And if that's really lean, when you let off on it, it'll pop. So I gave him extra jets, and I tried to tell him when in there, let's go ahead and adjust those as wide open as you can. And if you still can't get enough, change the jets out. I bought jets with the carburetor. I don't think he did, and he's saying the pipes aren't right, which he said somebody modified the pipes, and actually the pipes, they've got mufflers and stuff in them. I would have rather just had straight pipes and then dealt with the carburetor, but I'll let him try, and then that'll be the first one in there. If we sell the house in Surin here, we'll build the 2-bedroom. I'll get my money back, and I'll probably start the motorcycle travel trailer deal. Hopefully, I still got to find somebody that can build me a trailer here in Surin. Real light, real simple, nothing fancy. Very simple. I've got all the other stuff, and I think that I could do it. The budget's $100,000, and like I said, worst case scenario is if the 350 doesn't have enough oomph, maybe I'll get a 750, or something, or more than likely, I'm going to put a trailer hitch on the Suzuki, the kids' car, and they'll just have a ball. They'll have a complete rooftop pop-up tent on there, storage underneath, solar, air conditioning. They'll have a ball. They love to camp. So can't really, it's a win-win situation. It's not going to, oh my God, I built it, I can't pull it, now I got to just roll it over in the corner of the garage and watch it rot. So it'll get a lot of use. They're up until they're having a good time, and camping's one of them. I see more and more Thai people camping. So it's good, and kids, kids to me, between 20 and 30, they're out having a ball with their new families. They're starting, they're fishing, they're swimming, because they charge them like 100 baht a night, to do it. So if they have, it's something they can afford to do, here in Thailand. And a lot of people you got extra land, they're just making campgrounds and doing good at it, so we'll see. Had a steak and mashed potato for a minute. Did you? I got a steak, sounds good. I've been trying to, I don't know, man. The older, and like I said, the older and older I get, it seems like the more I can never give up steak. Just ain't gonna happen. I bought this. Remember I told you that my mouse was taking a crap. This is the ergonomic one. This is the bottom here. So my wrist doesn't rest, like a typical mouse. So it actually, I like it a lot. So I got a little deal here. In fact, I like it so much I bought another one that should be here today or tomorrow for out in the garage. So I don't know. We're at 55 minutes. You guys are awesome. We still getting, I don't know, 5 or 6 subscribers every week or something. We're not setting any records or anything, but I think it's great. Like I said, which way do I want the channel to go? I want them to go when you have a significant other that passed, life doesn't have to stop. Not that it would have been so horrible if I would have stayed in California, house paid, no bills, no nothing. I could have lived on the money that I get quite comfortably. But God, the quality of life that you could get for that same bang for that buck. The people here are extraordinary. I'm still in total awe of YouTube and the people that I've met through YouTube. Like I said, some people bitch about it. Oh, they take this and that. Yeah, they do. You know, Google takes a crap load of whatever you guys give. My wife's still happy to get what she could get to put back into Thailand, but not for that reason. For the people I met, the Jakes, the Mitches, the Rons, the everybody that's in here now, Ralph, all these people, Craig, I wouldn't have never got to meet, and every one of them, 99%, are good people, and they're family, and they're all of them think they have the best wife, even though I do. Ron will say he does, you know. Jake will say he does. Brock will say he does, but it's true, So if you want to sit home and you lose your wife, I understand, man. I was totally depressed when I forced myself to come here, and then made the decision after being here for 2 weeks that 7 years ago almost now, I'm staying. I'm going back tomorrow, and came here with 2 bags, a carry-on and a backpack, and never stopped running. But in that initial 6 months, and I'd never even went out. I didn't even know what it looked like when the sun went down in Kamala, except when I would go late night to come back to the States every 3 months. But it doesn't have to be, man. Meet people, good people, and if you want, like I said, the abundance of very good looking Thai women between 40 and 60 are they're all over. And great people. Excuse me. So, man, like I was saying, if you want to, you don't need to just lay wherever you're at and give up. And not that you're giving up, but you just, my life's, I spent 30, 40 years with this woman. Don't want another one. Just want to kind of just stay here until, whatever powers decide it's time for me to go, and I go. I could have done that. I chose to come here, and I'm glad that I did. Hey, Brock, how you doing? Round back. I'm getting ready to end for 59 minutes. I want to get over, and I've got Sim's going to help me. We'll try to get the rest of it done. I'll take probably by the end of the day. I will try to. I've got everything in my phone, as I explained earlier. My wife's got my 12 at NT. They're doing live streams today. So the stuff that I've been filming is in here. You'll get the gist, see what I'm heading for, and then I'll wrap it up and probably put in a little bit of the breakdown, like I went 100 in case Rock just came in. Somebody else was watching. Room was 149. The garage 45,800, 4,585 US. The solar system was 95,750, 2,946. The runway driveway was 58,600, which is 1,800 US. And the whole total, everything solar, underground, all the way from the street, the electrical, the solar stuff, everything, 9,334 US dollars, which, like I said, I don't think you can get the permits in the United States to build a 400 square foot garage. I don't know what permits would be. Brock, do you know what it would be to pull permits in Australia to build a 420 by 20 foot garage? But it's got to be. I know it's 10,000. Oh, probably over 10,000 in the U.S. to get all your permits for electrical, for air conditioning, for the foundations, everything, inspections and all that kind of crap. I'm sure it is. I mentioned the potatoes to Mitch because he's craving mashed potatoes. Oh, that's right. Okay, that's an inside joke, I think. Right? I think. But anyway, So I met my goal in the one. I had that 5,000 to build the garage in that Ubon account that I kept there for a year, um, or 2 years. I don't even remember. Gave my wife the interest off that, so she was happy, and took that money, and which was 165,000. So I actually came in under that. I wasn't going to do the driveway, but my wife kind of talked me into it, which she made sense. I hate it when she makes sense. It's like you did all this so that you could pull the trailer in, not have to drive it in and out of the mud and blah, blah, blah. And now you're not going to do the driveway. All right. Because I'm still waiting. I want to get my money back in the account, but did it anyway, bit the bullet, and the solar, I'm glad that I did. And then that, like I said, that'll be the same solar that I put in Ubon. That'll be the last of it. And then that way, when I go there, I can run, as long as the sun's out, even if they're not giving me electricity, I'll be able to run 2, 3 air conditioners, take a shower and everything else, and it'll still carry it. Because even right now, middle of the day, 30, 32 out, this air conditioner on, the pond running, the air conditioner in the garage, and everything else, the lights and stuff on and everything. Still 100% on the battery, and still putting wattage out above and beyond what I was using. So, not a problem. If I could run 2 air conditioners, I can barely run one when I'm in Ubon. So it's a nightmare. So simple system like that. They wanted to try to screw me. Wanted me to pay 300,000 baht for the pot or whatever. How come? Come on, mind. Let's go. Up on the poles anyway to make sure I got electricity. And that, as far as I was concerned, they were holding a gun to my head. I don't do well with people doing that. There is a requirement to get a building permit. You submit for the builder does the plan check. Yeah, we have plan check and approval or not. Not sure the cost. Yeah, but like I said, I mean, $10,000 is a lot of money. I mean, don't get me wrong, but it's all relative. Like I said, man, it's I don't know. I wanted a garage, so I got a garage. I'm happy to have my man cave. I'm happy that I can get all this shit that I've gotten, plus more of it, out of my bedroom too, and have a place to get the boxes and put it inside boxes and market kayak and market, this and market motorcycle and whatever, and have it just organized in there, and have a good 10-foot wide by 20-foot long workspace to where I could build that trailer if I wanted to. I can work on the motorcycles. Because the only way that I would do anything is if I could get an older, maybe 50cc scooter or something old and redo it. That's the only way I would do anything. Sit in there, air conditioning. Like I said, it was 32, 33 out. It was probably 24, 23 inside. I was getting a little chilled because I had a fan blowing on me too. So anyway, all right, it's been an hour. I want to thank everybody. As normal, you guys are freaking awesome. And if the new subscribers, if you're watching, and when you feel confident, jump in the chat. Ask pretty much any, as long as it's respectful, can pretty much ask anything you want. If it's about Thailand, most of the discussions we have on the live stream is about what I'm doing. And if people have questions about visas and this and that, or there's a lot of people that have been here a lot longer than me. So you maybe get some answers to some of your questions. As I would always say, no matter who gives it, whether it's this channel or anybody else, always go to the government website and verify what you've been told. All right, I have to go up here and do this the hard way. Let me see, because I'm cheap, and play the outro, and then I'll end the stream. So anyway, thank you very much. You guys are flipping awesome. Everybody have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, and I'll catch you when I get back from Ubon.